Hi everybody, my name's Kranky. I'm a high school teacher here in Canberra, and I'd just like to let everybody know who's going through the fires in all the states that we, that is all Australians, are thinking about you and wondering what we can do to help. Anyway, this is my video. We can survive this. Have a look at this tree. It's a real beauty. Anyway, here it is, my video. Hello world. It's the 4th of January 2020. Happy New Year! But we're not having such a great time here in Australia. We've got bushfires, and potentially they're the worst bushfires in history. We're at a crisis. Australia's Parliament House. Come for a drive with me. We're about to drive past Parliament House, and Parliament House was built at huge expense to the Australian taxpayer. It is rumoured that they dug that deep that they only stopped when they hit magma. There are rules and security and all different types of things here to stop the general public from really getting access to this area. So I'm going to show it to you. All our federally elected representatives are supposed to be here governing the country when Parliament is sitting or when there's a crisis, but nobody's here.
Does anyone want a job? We need a leader. Does anybody want a job? We need a leader. Just go inside and ask for an application form. Thank you.
Well, can't say I didn't try. I did. I am standing in the bubble. That is the parliamentary triangle. This is where all our federal government elected representatives work, and the senior public servants. But guess what? Today's day of crisis, nobody's here. And why would nobody be here from the federal government in a crisis? Oh, that's right. It's Christmas holidays. Jesus. So, okay. The crisis isn't big enough to get all our federally elected representatives back here for the crisis meeting. Well, I guess they must be doing other work, like trade and foreign affairs. Hang on a minute. I don't think anybody's here either. surely at the Department of Foreign Affairs there's got to be somebody helping Australia. No, not important either. Hey, aren't I lucky? This is the main parliamentary car park. I must have got here first. Look at all the parking.
Does anyone want a job? There's a crisis.
Behind that fence there is the lodge. Most Australians don't even know what it looks like. I think the Prime Minister's the same. He's never been there. Oh, that's right, he has. Once, twice. Anyway, he lives at Kirribilli by the harbour. We can all relate to that. Hello, Australia's security. Your taxpayer money is paying for that. And that. And it hasn't been used since... So you see, ladies and gentlemen, our federally elected government doesn't actually really care for Australians. It's simple as that. Have a look at how they treat Indigenous people. This encampment has been here for more than 30 years, waiting for a treaty with the white man. It still hasn't occurred. And here we are in Australia's worst peacetime crisis, and nobody's at home steering the ship. We all around the world need action. And we need action to stop human suffering. We need action to stop the effects of climate change and the human suffering that it creates. So, my message to the Australian government is we need action now. Mr. Prime Minister, we need action now. President Trump, we need action now. Boris Johnson, we need action now. Boris Johnson, what do you think of human suffering? I think that the whole of the United Kingdom should separate from Europe. Mr. Trump, what do you think of climate change?
gonna build a wall. A great big wall.
Mr. Morrison, Prime Minister Morrison, what do you think of the bushfire situation? There's dozens of people dead, hundreds of people injured, hundreds and hundreds of houses burnt down, and potentially it's the biggest bushfire in Earth's history. What do you think of that, Mr. Prime Minister? Well, bushfire, holidays, entitlement, thoughts, prayers, and hey, be nice to each other this year. Be nice. I just got to go play some backyard cricket. So, leaders of the free world, we need action, and we need it now. Justin Trudeau, we need it now. Benjamin Netanyahu, we need it now. Shinzo Abe, we need it now. Scott Morrison, we need it now. Manuel Lopez, we need it now. Pedro Sanchez, we need it now. Vladimir Putin, the Russian people and the federations need it now. I hope this corruption and complacency amongst politicians ends, and people around the world begin to unite and work towards what is a global problem. That's all I have to say. Bye.